Jesus. All right. Here's a bit of logic for people who don't understand shit. If you read the Bible and you understand that, it's pretty simple. Two people fighting, right, in the street, going against each other, right, in your country, right, out of the club or wherever, fighting each other, hating each other, is exactly the same as Israel fighting Iran. The only difference is that they're up higher and they're using missiles and stuff. They're no different to these people in the street fighting each other. So when you think that Putin is a bad guy and you're fighting in the street against someone, you're hating somebody in the street, you're no different than Putin. Understand it. Don't be sitting there hating Putin and all these people killing each other when you're no different. You can't just, oh, he's up, he's shooting bombs, he's killing people. When you're hating somebody and you're bashing them that's in your own country, while you're hating someone because they're Putin, you're no different than him. This is why when people say they hate Hitler, he's hating, he's killing and all that, and I go, I'm sitting there going, yeah, but you're no different. You hate people, you hit people, you do all that. And you go, and I go, dude, you like so many people forget to look in the mirror and actually understand they're no different than Hitler, than Mao, than all these bad people who've done things. You're no different. All these sluts and sleazers and players and gangsters, they're no different than these murderous people who conquered and killed. They just got more backing. They just got more power. But you are no different than them. Do you understand? If you act in a way that's very similar to them, you're no different than them. So two people fighting in the bar, right, who hate each other, bash each other at the bar. That's the same thing as Iran and Israel. That's just a bigger scale that we see worldwide. But when you're at the club, right, and them two guys have a punch on, you're seeing that. Right, you're seeing all the fighting in that. That's Israel and Iran. Same thing. But you all think that that's worse. To me, it's the same. And that's how God sees it. But you don't understand it. You don't have that level of logic in your head that it's exactly the same thing. What? And I'll put it like this too. You think Putin's not getting his dick sucked and laid? He's probably getting more women than most men ever see. So all these leaders, you think they're not getting laid? No, of course they are. But they're killing and all that. But you all think they're bad? But their women are chasing them. You have to, if you understand God, you understand this. That's why God said all have fallen short and he had all the commandments and all the sins. Because everything is looked at. Okay? Two people fighting just at your local club, that's exactly the same as Russia and Ukraine. That's two sides, right? Hating each other, hurting each other. There's no difference. They're still the same bad people at the same level. They still got that thought in their head. But you don't all see that. I see it because my eyes are open. God showed me this. And why people always go, oh, Putin's bad. And I'm not like, what? You were having a punch on at the club. You're no different. You had the same intentions in your heart as Putin, as Mao, as Genghis Khan. You had the same human input or output, visions, like thoughts, like heart, like your level of love and hate. You were the same as Mao and all them because even though you had a little fight at a club, the same intent was applied. I don't know how, like all these so-called brainiacs and that have still not said this. All dodge it and go, oh, this person's bad. Like I hear them all, oh, Putin, very bad guy. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Israel and Iran are killing each other. That's just as bad. The two people, the guy who just knocked some guy out at the pub is just as bad. The guy who raped a woman is just as bad. The woman who stole that guy's money or falsely accused him of rape is bad. Like I'm trying, like you humans have to make sense. Anything that is done bad to another human is at the same level as anything else because it's done badly to another human. It's nothing. Oh, that's worse, or that is. No, that's crap. It is equally as hurting. That human is hurting from that, or someone who's connected to it is hurting from that. So it is counted as the same level, no matter if it was Putin or your local guy down at the club. If you understand the Bible, that's how it is fed to you. That's why God just does not like sin. Not one. They're all the same to him. They're just as bad because they have some level of hurt to somebody. They have a level of pain that goes to somebody. And God is not with that. If you've read the Bible, it's love and truth. So if you're hurting someone, is that loving? It isn't it? Not really. If it's truthful to help them, yes, but if it's hurtful to give them pain and suffering, that's not really helpful. So I just don't understand why people keep making comparisons to the level of violence at a local level to an international level when it's all the same. Don't say, oh, Putin's so bad and you're some angel when you've assaulted somebody. You're exactly the same as him. That's why I don't like listening to people on the internet trying to act like they're some high authority on morals and ethics when they're no different than this person who's up a higher level who's got ammunition and firepower. They're just up higher, and you're jealous that they're up higher, but they shouldn't do bad, but they're more likely to. But you're not different than them at the level of evil. It's still evil. Like I don't you don't like if you can't understand that, you're an idiot. I see people like all the time doing bad things and then they try and point at Putin. I'm like, you're no different. Like you're an idiot. You, you're a hypocrite. Oh no, but I'm just the average Joe. I don't care. You're doing something bad that's hurting somebody else, that discriminates someone else, offending someone else. That means you're in the same category as the bad person. But then that like I see it from the lefties all the time, man. They're the biggest contradictors, man. They point out like they do what I do, but then they'll go hurt somebody, and I'm just like, you're talking my points, but you go hurt people. Like you're an idiot. If you want to be a righteous person, you don't go hurt people. You don't go do the things you're against. That's the whole point of you saying them things is to not go do them. Is to represent that that what you believe. I just don't like evil, and when people well, what's that word? Like they do exactly the same as what Putin and all them evil people do, but then try and say, "Oh, well, I'm not Putin. No, I'm not as bad." I'm just like, "No, you're exactly the same." Don't go blame Putin when you're no different. Don't go blame King Jong Un. Don't go blame him when you're no different to him. Oh, but he's doing this to people and that. I go, what do you do to people? You're not different. You give people shit and all that, you're no different. Like, come on. People just don't make any sense with their logic. That's the first thing I look at. Okay, what's the truth? What is the human? Right? You interact with every human, right? So do you think humans any different of a human? Like, if he was such an asshole to people, right? Do you think all the Russians would get around him and support him, or would he be in a casket? Well, obviously he's doing what they trust, what they believe in, and they get behind him. But yous all think he's bad, and they all follow him. So don't point the fingers at somebody without looking at others, because there is evil all across the world, and people are blind to it. But they like to point fingers, and this is how wars have started, without people taking accountability, going, "Yeah, look, this is not good." But no one wants to do. No one wants peace. They all want to be have got their egos, and it's built from the down up. You look at people on TikTok and all that; they're all trying to trample on each other, talking about how much value they are compared to another human being. Not trying to pick that other human being up and bring them up. No, not doing that. Not doing what Jesus has asked you to do. Like, if you read the Bible, that's what he says: pick someone else up. You know, help the needy, the sick, and all that. No one's doing that. I get on the internet and I'm just going, oh my God. Like, people say they care about somebody, but then when it comes to like relationships and love and all that, that goes out the window. It's like I'm only helping, but in actual fact, I think you're a piece of shit. I think you're this, that. That's my true feelings. But I was just helping you just so I could get a pat on the back, and like it's real silly. But yeah, but I don't blame people. That's what life is. You've got to learn to either be. Are you going to be a person of the heart, or you're going to be a person of the of materials and all that? I mean, you can't blame people for it. If you want to live like that, live like that. But then you got to look at the actions and the consequences and say, if someone disagrees with it, that's just you got to accept it. Like, I've got to accept what I've got to accept reality. So why don't you accept reality? If I have to accept it for the rest of my life, why can't yous? Why can't yous be honest? Why can't yous be truthful? If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. Don't try and say someone's more of a bad person. You're all the same. You're a bad person. And you can't go, oh, no, he's more of a bad person. To me, you're a bad person. They're just better at being a bad person. Do you understand that? Like, you're all bad. Someone's just better at being bad than you at being bad. And a lot of women are attracted to it. If you want to be attracted to girls, fine, go do that. But do not come to the good guys crying, sooking, because I'm going to tell good guys right now. These girls, right, have gone down there. They put themselves in that spot, and God says, "You reap what you sow." So when you're going into them spots and you're putting yourself into that danger, you have risen the percentage of something happening, like drama to happen, right? Because they say drama, something company, some like that. Um, so women are attracted to it, but the level of danger rises, and all like men like me know this. And it was a simple question to women. I go, "You're doing it, right?" Like the question, what would the question be? You're doing it. So why are you doing it? And then trying to come back crying with tears, knowing you put yourself in that position, knowing you put yourself in that spot, and you know you're going to reap. You're going to reap what you sow. So you're going there knowing the dangers high as, and it happens. And then you come and go, oh, they did this. And it's just like, you know the danger. We've told you the danger. But you still go and do it and then come back to us. And I'm telling my men now, tell them, look, sorry, you turn, you've got to go. We've warned you. We've told you. You didn't even bother to consider what we were talking about. You just ignored us. We told you, okay, yes, he's all that, yes. But there are consequences for participation in that part. You have to be something special. And then we tell you, okay, that's fair enough, but do not come back. Do not come to us. You told us we weren't good enough. Fine. You told us we weren't good enough. Bye. Never come back. Do not come and cry about Chad and Tyrone. Look, we're happy you want to do that. Go do that. But do not come and cry to us. Do not come and say all these stuff. It's not our concern. We've warned you. I don't know how many decades, but it's been a very long time and men have been telling you. Do not come back. Do not come and talk to us. You chose that way. You wanted to go see Chad and Tyrone. You wanted to see if you could do that, fine. You told us you didn't want us. You told us you didn't want us. So we'll say bye. We'll wave. Bye bye. You didn't want us. We don't exist. We're not good enough. You think we're going to die for you. We're not. We're saying bye. We don't exist. So that's all I'm saying to my man. They didn't think you existed. Why would you put yourself down for another human being when they never said you existed in the first place? They go, oh, sorry. No. You're a human being, right? Understand it. Nobody gets to treat you like shit. Nobody. If they don't accept you and they want to, you tell them to go, or what, you go see you. They're not a part of your life. They can go away. If all they think they're gonna do is disrespect you, like you're not even worth being. They're not in your world. You just go, you're not a part of my world. You do not exist because they don't think you exist. So why should they exist in your world? If all they're gonna do is bring you down, make you feel like you're nothing, why would you be there? Why? If someone's gonna make you feel like nothing, why would you be there? Use this, fellas. Come on. If a woman puts me like, oh, I'm a woman, I'm like, piss off, get out. We're either at the same level being humans or piss off. And in the house, I'm in charge because I've got to defend it. She ain't doing shit. I've never met a woman who's gonna stop a psycho. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you've never met a psycho. Like, I remember watching the Chopper Read thing and he goes, there's nothing worse than a psycho. So you women can keep talking this out your mouth, but man, in a house, man, the man is in charge because if a psycho comes, he knows every man knows if a psycho comes to your house, it's a 50-50 chance you're dying. So women, talk your shit all you want. Reality will hit you in the face because that's reality. You women want a man. If a psycho comes through that door, he's ready to give up his life for you. Well, how about some respect to men? But if you want to keep doing that, fine. That's the warning. Bye. And I'm going to be teaching the younger men the same thing. Do not let women disrespect you. You are just as important to this world, to humanity, to the construction, to the future of this world. You are just as important. None of this I'm better than you, I'm a woman. No. You got to do this because you're a man. No. You're just as important in this world as anybody else. And God has given you that free choice, that free will to be the human you want to be. And no one can tell you you're not important. Because as far as the Bible is concerned, God says you're just as important as every other sheep in his flock. No one is more important than anybody else in his flock. So all this garbage that everyone is doing, God's not impressed. If I've read the Bible and it's like, well, if God's saying he loves us all equally and just as important, then how come you're saying you think you're more important? When God's saying everyone is as equally as important to him as is anybody else. So men, understand it. The higher power says you're just as important as any of these women. And you have as equal rights, as free choice, and in the household you are to lead. Because God says he wants you to protect the women and children, the animals, and the the fields and everything. That was the man's given. That was what God told them to do. You have to, go out, feed the animals, do all the, all the stuff built, what society is, build it. And women, you stay there because he has to protect you. He has to die for you. That's what God told men to do, die for their children and women. Do you understand that? That's what God has told men to do. Protect the women and children. If you have to, die for them. And women were told that they were given the bearing of the pain of labor and giving birth. That was their burden from the original sin. And he's told women, right? You got to follow the man. If he has to give his life for you, you better respect him because you didn't in the Garden of Eden. That's why we got kicked out. So this is all from the beginning. If you believe in the Bible, I believe in it because it's the most loving and compassion, humble. Yeah, there's nothing like it. Like it sounds just so like what a God would be. Like loving but brutal. Like his wrath is there's no one compared to God's wrath. If you tempt him like too much, if you tempt him too much, Sodom and Gomorrah will come back, and that'll be it. It'll be all over. So I mean, there's so many people who love God. That's why he hasn't done it, because you can find that out from when you go back to Moses when he goes down to Sodom and Gomorrah, and you're saying if there's 55, or if there's five, all right, I won't do it. Well, there's more than five people who love God in the world. So I think God's going, well, there's still people I can't really do anything at the moment. So it's still a fight for good and evil. I made a rap that says about believing everybody hates me, and it'll come out soon. But yeah, we're in a fight of good and evil, big fight, massive fight. Because what's the latest BS that we're hearing every day, like the gay pride crap, Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, pronouns, phobias, misogyny. It's all BS. It's wordplay to make you not see, not make you use your brain. It's all words they use, and you sit there going, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah," and I'm just like, "Oh yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me." I remember what I watch everyone on the media. I'm just like, oh, the same bullshit as they said, the same bullshit as they said. Is there any thought process into it? Or is it just the same regurgitated horseshit? Because that's what it sounds like. Regurgitated horseshit. Islamophobia, homophobia, or xenophobia, or misogyny, or toxic masculinity. I'm just like, okay, are you going to say anything that has any actual substance? Like, or is it just the same BS with nothing attached to it? Because that's all it ever is. And patriarchy, yeah, patriarchy is actually good. Like, it's stability. It takes order out of chaos. It's how we've survived for what is it, 2025? Yeah, that's because of the patriarchy. Anyone who doesn't follow the patriarchy has fallen and crashed and burned because it's the only way to keep stability. And we're trashing it. Like we're not in a patriarchy at the moment. No way. We're in chaos. We're not in the patriarchy. I'm sick of hearing the patriarchy. I'm like, we're not in the patriarchy. Not even close. England used to be the patriarchy. That's gone. That like they've trashed that. The kingdoms. That's what it is. The patriarchy comes from God. God over Christ, Christ over man, man over women, women over children. That's the patriarchy. That comes from God. And you hate the patriarchy, so you hate God. No worries. I don't care. Like I read books and look up, read the dictionary. Like I'm ugly. No one talks to me. Oh, my friends do. I got a few friends. Well, I hope they're my friends. But I'm an ugly dude. I read books. I watch all ears. I watch all ears. What do you want me to do? Yous are all doing it. I'm just telling you. Do you understand now? I'm watching all of yous do it. And now I'm just reporting it back to you. You're all being as evil as anybody else who's being evil. But then you want to come at me and tell me off while you're being evil? Hello? Is anybody home? What do you want me to say to yous? And then you just talk all that crap back to me. I'm just like, oh yeah, that's nice. Yep. Don't tell me you're good. Go away. And then you're like, oh, Wayne. And I'm just like, no, bye. I don't want to hear your excuses, your bullshit. I mean, not this girl, nice girl. She does a lot, but how many guys has she gone out with now? And she's just like, she's losing bonding skills. I feel like telling her, and she just doesn't listen. She's always got excuses. A typical female response when I tell her. Like I send women videos, and I'm like, "This is what we're saying of you," and it's just like in like how you say in one ear and out the other. Yeah, it's like in the eyes and don't see just a blank nothing. I'm retarded. Like we're all the good men. How do I get in a relationship? It's just like you just don't know how to get in a relationship with a man because you don't listen. First thing you should always do is listen. If you want to know something, listen. But and they all have their things on dating, how to know a man, and I'm just like, yep, you just don't know a man because you don't listen. We want peace. Men want peace. Good men just want peace. That's it. It's pretty simple. Oh, you all want sex. What, you don't want sex? It's a simple thing, man. Like, I hate when they say, all you want is sex. I'm like, of course you want to have sex with someone you love. That's the whole point of having kids and all that. That's what I thought it was about. Like having kids, raising a family. I didn't think it was about going rooting every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But I'm ugly, so what am I going to do? And yeah, that's the only thing because I'm ugly. It's always, oh, what would you know? That's right. What would I know? because I am where you put me. I can answer any of your bullshit. I've been reading the Bible and just using my logic now. I'm not even bothering to express your deceiving tactics. I'm ugly. You outcast me. You don't want me around because it might ruin your image or some horse shit. The only people that let me around are people who aren't that judgmental, who have a heart and all that. They know who they are. These people know who I are because they talk to me. They hang around me. They want me around. You people, you're just like you're judgmental. You because of the way I look. I don't care. I can't change it. It's the way I look. Oh, go get plastic. No, get a heart. Get a heart. Actually, get look inside yourself and get a heart. That might help you. And you go, oh, when you pay your fat people, gluttony. It's in the Bible. Gluttony. I'm just like gluttony, and they're like, oh, that's disgusting. I'm like, I'm telling you what God's calling it. It's called gluttony. What you okay? You go tell God he's wrong. I'm not gluttony. God says wrong, and you all go, oh, you smoke weed. Find it. Find the word cannabis, weed, wacky tobacco, any name you want to put in the and see if it's in the Bible. It's not. Talks about don't be a drunkard. It doesn't mean you can't drink. It means don't go get absolutely wasted and legless so you're falling over and making a mess of yourself because you've got no control. Are you happy I explained it to you? God never said you couldn't do things. He said just don't lose control so you can't be with Him. If you lose control, you're not with Him because you've lost control and Satan can control you. There is nothing in the Bible that says you can't do anything. It just says know the consequences. Do you choose to follow Him and follow His way, or follow Satan and do dumb shit and you're not welcome in His house? It's simple. Like if I'm smoking weed, right? I'm talking about God. I'm with God, not losing control, hurting nobody. Where's the issue? The issue is with you. It's not with me smoking weed. It's with you. I've never, will never not love what Jesus did, who he is, what he represents, and why I believe he's the truth. That's got nothing to do with anything else. So I want to be free. I want to be peace, and I'm going to try. But yous aren't going to let me. I know. I every time I go out anywhere, anybody who watches this pass along. Anytime I go out, I feel it straight away because I've become so used to it. I used to say hello to lots of people, but I feel it. I feel it because of the way I look. But I haven't changed in like I just and I know a lot of people know I'm angry. I'm angry, yes, very. And it has been a life that I've had to look back on and said, why? It's not a one I go, oh yeah. No, it's why. Why did you why did you do that? And people are like, what do you mean? Did what? And I said, why did you do that? A majority of yous. Like, this is an experience for me. Everywhere I went, the way people spoke to me, I never forgot. And it's just like, how am I meant to take that? What am I meant to do with that? How am I meant to express the way I feel about how it has impacted me? And what you humans have done is saying, oh, instead of saying I'm allowed to speak on how I feel is you make excuses or you know about it. Like, you know my pain. You know what I've gone through. Oh, we know how you feel, Wayne. And I'm just like, there's no point talking to you people. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't know my pain. You don't care. So there's no point telling you. I will keep going through life until I'm dead. I will never kill myself. I want to see what you have in line for me. I'm going to see if the world's going to change. I'm going to see if good people can finally be free because we're slaves.